In the heart of a forgotten landscape, Hollow Hill rises ominously against the backdrop of a desolate sky. This is the tale of a forsaken mansion that sits atop this desolate hill, a place where time seems to have stopped, and where the echoes of the past still linger, resonating in the cold wind that sweeps across the barren terrain. The mansion, once a grand edifice, now stands in ruin, its skeletal structure a haunting reminder of a past filled with untold stories. It is a place shrouded in mystery, cloaked in whispers of chilling sightings and inexplicable occurrences. An eerie aura envelops the mansion, its sinister silhouette casting long, foreboding shadows that stretch across the desolate landscape. Rumors and legends swirl around the mansion like the constant fog that clings to Hollow Hill. Tales of spectral figures seen wandering the decaying halls, of strange sounds that pierce the silence of the night, and of an oppressive sense of dread that descends upon anyone who dares to venture too close. It is said that the mansion is cursed, that the spirits of those who once lived there are trapped within its crumbling walls, forever bound to the place of their earthly torment. These spirits, restless and vengeful, are believed to be the source of the chilling sightings and inexplicable occurrences that have given the mansion its fearsome reputation. This is not a place for the faint-hearted. It is a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, where the air is thick with anticipation and the chilling touch of the unseen. It is a place that challenges your courage, your sanity, and the very fabric of your belief. Despite the warnings, despite the bone-chilling tales and the sinister reputation, a group of explorers dared to venture into this realm of the unknown. Driven by curiosity, they set out to unravel the mysteries of the mansion, to confront the restless spirits, to face the unseen. And in the midst of this desolation, a group of explorers dared to confront the haunted legacy of Hollow Hill. The explorers, a motley crew of brave souls and foolhardy thrill-seekers, stood before the mansion's imposing facade. They were an eclectic mix, hailing from all walks of life. Some were scholars, driven by a thirst for knowledge and the allure of the unknown. Others were daredevils, intoxicated by the thrill of danger and the promise of adventure. And then there were those who were drawn by the siren call of the supernatural, hoping to pierce the veil between the living and the dead. Each had their reasons, their own personal quests that brought them to the doorstep of this cursed abode. Their hearts pounded in their chests as they gazed up at the mansion, its silhouette a stark reminder of the chilling tales that surrounded it. They were determined to uncover the truth, to shine a light into the darkness. Unbeknownst to them, their actions were about to awaken the restless spirits of Hollow Hill. As the explorers crossed the threshold, the silence of the mansion seemed to swallow them whole. Like brave knights venturing into a dragon's den, they stepped into the unknown, their hearts pounding as loudly as drums in the stillness. The mansion, once a symbol of grandeur and opulence, now stood as a mausoleum of faded glory. The air was thick with dust and the scent of decay, a testament to years of neglect and abandonment. In the quiet, every sound was magnified. The creaking of the old wooden floor beneath their feet seemed to echo eerily, and the whispering wind through the broken windows sounded like hushed voices of the past. The explorers exchanged nervous glances, their bravado wavering in the face of the mansion's oppressive atmosphere. The mansion was a labyrinth, a maze of winding corridors and forgotten rooms, each one shrouded in shadows that seemed to cling to every corner. It was as if the mansion itself was alive, watching them, its darkened hallways pulsating with an unseen heartbeat. They ventured deeper, their torchlights casting long dancing shadows on the cracked and peeling wallpaper. The explorers' laughter and banter from earlier had faded, replaced by a palpable tension. The mansion seemed to grow more menacing with each step they took, the darkness pressing in on them from all sides. Suddenly a chill ran down their spines, a cold gust of wind that seemed to come from nowhere, extinguishing their torchlights. The darkness was complete, the silence deafening. They stood there, frozen, their breaths held in anticipation. For a few heart-stopping moments they were blind and helpless, trapped in the belly of the beast. And then, as quickly as it had come, the wind was gone, their torchlights flickering back to life. They took a collective breath, relief washing over them like a wave. The mansion was still and silent once more, the only sounds their ragged breaths and the distant hooting of an owl. Little did they know the mansion was far from dormant. Within the mansion's cold stone walls, the explorers stumbled upon remnants of a tragic past. The mansion, once a symbol of wealth and power, now stood as a crumbling testament to a tale of heartbreak and vengeance. As they delved deeper into the mansion's shadowy corners, they unearthed a story that was as chilling as the icy drafts that seemed to seep from the very stones themselves. The mansion had once been the home of a powerful family. A family blinded by greed, consumed by power, and torn apart by betrayal. It was a tale as old as time, yet it held an insidious twist. The head of the family, a tyrant in his own right, had been betrayed by those he trusted the most. His wife and younger brother, entangled in a passionate affair, had conspired to take his life and seize his wealth. Their treacherous plan was executed flawlessly, and for a fleeting moment they reveled in their ill-gotten gains. But their joy was short-lived. The elder brother's spirit, fueled by a burning desire for revenge, refused to cross over. It was said that his wrathful apparition haunted the mansion, exacting terrifying retribution on those who dared to enter his domain. As the explorers unearthed this tragic tale, a bone-chilling realization washed over them. The eerie sightings, the inexplicable occurrences, they were not random acts of supernatural mischief. They were deliberate actions of a restless spirit, seeking justice from beyond the grave. The mansion was not merely a house, it was a stage for an eternal drama of revenge. The explorers were not just intruders, they were players thrust into an ancient narrative of passion, betrayal, and vengeance. The explorers could feel the weight of the past pressing down on them, a tangible reminder of the mansion's dark history. Their blood ran cold, their hearts pounded in their chests, but they pressed on, drawn deeper into the heart of the mansion's tragic past. They were no longer mere explorers. They were witnesses to a haunting legacy of betrayal and revenge. As the echoes of the past grew louder, the explorers found themselves face to face with the mansion's spectral inhabitants. These were not the amiable ghosts of folklore, but rather restless spirits, bound to the mortal realm by the chains of their own torment. In the gloomy corridors of Hollow Hill, the air grew heavy with the weight of the unseen. The explorers felt an icy chill creep up their spines as whispers of the past brushed against their ears. The spirits manifested in forms as varied as their tragic tales. Spectral apparitions, disembodied voices, and chilling gusts of wind that seemed to carry with them the despair of ages. The explorers were ordinary folk, not seasoned ghost hunters. Their faces turned ashen, their hearts pounded in their chests like war drums. Some gasped for breath, others prayed under their breath. The mansion was not just haunted, it was a theater of the damned, playing out the same grim performance over and over again. Yet, amidst the fear, there was a sense of awe. They were witnessing the remnants of lives once lived, the echoes of laughter and tears, love and betrayal. It was a rare glimpse into the eternal, a peek beyond the veil that separates the living from the dead. In the face of such ethereal encounters, the explorers had a choice to make. Some chose to confront the spirits, attempting to communicate, hoping to free them from their eternal torment. Others, overwhelmed by fear, retreated, seeking refuge in the safer but no less eerie corners of the mansion. The spirits of Hollow Hill, it seemed, had a message for the living. They were not simply remnants of the past, but rather a reflection of the human condition, capable of love, hatred, joy, and sorrow, even in death. In the face of unspeakable terror, the explorers had to make a choice, fight or flight. Their decisions, their actions would not only determine their fate, but also reveal the true nature of the haunting of Hollow Hill. With dawn still hours away, the explorers had to endure the longest night of their lives. Picture this: the chilling winds of Hollow Hill, the creaking mansion echoing with the whispers of the past, the spectral lights dancing in the dark corners. Our explorers, faced with a night of unimaginable terror, had only their courage to rely on. Each creak, each shadow, each gust of wind seemed to carry a haunting tale of its own. They say fear can make time stand still. In the heart of Hollow Hill, every second seemed to stretch into eternity. The explorers, each battling their own demons, found themselves questioning reality. Was that a ghostly figure lurking in the shadows, or just their imagination playing tricks? Was that a mournful cry carried on the wind, or the mansion expressing its age-old grief? But amidst the fear and the hauntings, there was a profound realization. They understood that courage wasn't the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. They saw that their survival hinged not on outrunning the spirits, but on confronting them. Each explorer, in their own way, stood their ground, looked fear in the eye, and refused to be defeated. In the darkest hour, when the mansion's secrets were at their most terrifying, the explorers found the strength to endure. They found courage in the face of despair, hope amidst the hauntings. They discovered a resilience within themselves they never knew they possessed. Each passing moment, each spectral encounter, only served to strengthen their resolve. As they navigated their way through the mansion, they also navigated their way through their fears. They learned that true bravery was not about being fearless, but about facing and overcoming fear. They found that the real haunting was not the spirits of Hollow Hill, but the fear within their hearts. And so, they survived the night. They faced the hauntings, confronted their fears, and emerged stronger. As the first light of dawn pierced through the darkness, the explorers emerged, forever changed. Surviving Hollow Hill, the explorers carried with them the weight of its haunted legacy. In the spectral silence of the mansion, they had met the restless spirits of its past, each one a tragic tale of betrayal and revenge. As they navigated the labyrinth of its dark secrets, the explorers were met with a chilling reality. The mansion was not merely a structure of bricks and mortar, but a living, breathing monument to the souls that had once resided within its walls. The explorers, once skeptical and dismissive of the supernatural, found their skepticism shattered. Their experience at Hollow Hill had forced them to confront a world beyond their understanding, a world where time stood still and the past echoed in the present. Their journey into the heart of the mansion had not been in vain. They had uncovered the tragic history of Hollow Hill, a tale of love lost and vengeance sought, a tale that had been etched into the very fabric of the mansion. Each room, each corridor, each creaking floorboard was a testament to the spirits that lingered, yearning for resolution and peace. The explorers left Hollow Hill with more than just eerie memories. They carried with them a newfound understanding of the supernatural, a profound respect for the unseen forces that shape our world. Their encounter with the spirits of Hollow Hill had irrevocably changed them, their perceptions forever altered by the spectral shadows cast by the mansion's haunted legacy. As they left the mansion, the explorers looked back one last time at the looming silhouette of Hollow Hill. It stood there, as it had for centuries, a sentinel of spectral secrets, a beacon of the uncanny and the unexplained. It was a reminder of their journey, a journey that had taken them beyond the realm of the living and into the heart of the spectral world. Hollow Hill's secrets remain a chilling reminder of the thin line between the living and the dead,